Bula, everyone. No, um, Bula, and hello to anyone who has time to listen or has some focus, because I've got something to share and talk about, and I believe we can connect remotely, and we don't have to know each other, but it just has to be one person. And if you can connect with me, I promise you will receive certain a new awareness, because the elections are coming, right? And everyone's talking about change, and it's at the back of everyone's head, right? And I'm feeling it too, and it's blazing, and so uh, so I'm part of the I'm gonna vote for Mr. Sitiveni Rambuka. He's one guy who's muscular, and in his old videos I used to see, and he used to wear those exercise t-shirts, no, the gym t-shirts, the vest. He looked really cool, and built like Rambo. Not Rambo is kidding. This is Rambo, and so I'm gonna vote for him. Why? Because he once told the Indians that he did not like us on our face. Right? And when the journalists asked him straight questions about, what he wanted to do, without fear, he told us what he wanted to do. It was messy. There's lots of ego in it, but and then he said sorry. He said that he understands what he did, and he wants to live in union. He wants to live peacefully. He wants to serve the people now, and that includes both Indo-Fijians and Fijians. And he's talking about new systems, and he's talking about change. So I'm gonna vote for him, because as an Indian, and if all the Indians can who are able or has the strength to face forgiveness inside of them, then if these people can vote for Mr. Sitiveni Rambuka and believe in change and sorry and forgiveness, then even if he does not believe it, he's gonna behave it, because there will be people believing in him. So I'm gonna vote for him. And now I've been thinking about. So I'm part of the Young Alliance Council, um, National Young Alliance, and this consists of the ages between 18 and 35, and these 18 to 35 are the people who takes most of our population in Fiji. So that means our energy is stronger. The way we vibrate together in union, in unity, it's gonna affect Fiji naturally. No one can stop it, because we will be connected. That's how it is. You can't cheat energy. You can lie about it, right? Like some people do, and they use race and religion, and rumors are they've been breaking into our temples and creating fear amongst the Indians, Hindus, and then going back and offering safety. Right? Now, we don't want safety. We want to be happy. We want to live to our full potential, and in order to live in our full potential, we all need to know who we are, and that vote needs to mean something. You need to have a belief behind it, in order to work it. We vote just for freebies, or if you vote for, you know just like that, just because your neighbor or your friends are voting for certain people at your workplace, because it's a trend. But I want you to vote consciously and put your life, your family, our history, our future into one consciousness of will, and then you take, and then believe in it for the next 4 years, and then Fiji will succeed together as a nation. All right, so in order to be successful and connected and be creative out of that, I think our party has been speaking about radical love, and creating a system that uses radical love as its foundation is just going to be something unprecedented, because there won't be any martial law. There will be a lot of forgiveness. There will be a lot of sharing. There won't be capitalism. rich getting richer, poor stays poor. There will be no violence. And can you imagine? I can feel it in my gut and my spine. All right, so I'm thinking about a new system. I'm part of the Young Alliance. I have certain responsibilities. I was born in Fiji. Once I found out, when I woke up just before 30, it's been 3 years now. I found who I was. So I knew I was important. My purpose is important. My vessel is important. So if I am important, what am I doing in Fiji? I was born here. So naturally, I started looking at what Fiji is. Right? The first sunrise was in Fiji in year 2000, and it was on a garden of uni. And what a coincidence, right? Sounds like Eden, or a sign that Fiji can be New Jerusalem, right? Something like Eden for the world to follow, um, for the world to learn from, for the world to be part of. And just a small dot, yes, the center of the earth, because Jesus was born in a manger, right? Um, So if you see into the map, Google Map, and you see the ocean, the color of the ocean, blue, light blue, and if you see when you see Fiji, you see it situated, uh, just at the perfect spot. It's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. It looks like Fiji is about. It looks like Fiji is in a mother's womb with that color lighting, and it's about to give birth. Right? And Fiji is tropical. Oh, we have super fruits, right? And friendliest people in the world. Um, we have image around the world. Everyone knows Fiji water, so Fiji is gonna do something about water sometime in the future. Don't worry about it. Um, so if Fiji is about to give birth, all right, so that means Fiji is gonna be new, all right, new land where the dove is gonna sit, right, in green grass, green pastures, right. So when you see Fiji, it's in there is Viti level, there is Vanua level, and Vanua level, Somewhere has beautiful women, and I've been to Vanua level recently. It's very powerful, and I can tell you it has a lot of powerful feminine energy on its soil, in its soil, and Viti level, right? So if you see relationships right now, everyone has a relationship, is in a relationship, loves someone, is married, so everyone's energy is divided, right? So if I don't have, I don't have anyone, I'm not connected with anyone, I'm not married, so my energy is mine, no one has power over me. That's different, right? So I have to deal with my masculine energy, but most people are married. So and we've been hearing about a lot about domestic violence, and come on, naturally we know our friends, everyone's, it's like no one really understands what relationships are. It's all about sex and how the outer appearance and money, and if how you present yourselves outside, but everyone's fighting inside. No one's really connecting because no one knows the meaning of life. Why? Because no one knows who they are. All right, you come out of original sin when you know who you are. When you look at Adam, it's Adam's sin. Right? How did Adam sin? Because he forgot who he was. How? Because he blamed Eve. All right. So if I blamed Eve or my partner, if I had one, I'm in sin because I don't know who I am. I'm blaming someone. So if you're in a situation in front of God, and you're asked, what did he do? If you can answer, if you know who you are, your answer will be acceptable. Everything it'll have meaning and purpose into it. But if you say, that lady you gave me, I listened to her take the bite, it's her fault. But you that's how you get out of the garden. You forget who you are, then you have no idea. You get into the wilderness, your mind gets lost. Right? So you forget what Eden is. So if you look at Fiji, right? So man has to deal with their masculine energy and their ego, right? Viti level and their leadership and their economy and their setup, their system can sorry, excuse me. So Viti level can have leaders, masculine leaders, and we can focus on how to deal with masculine energy, new spiritual energy, new beings, masculine energy, understand what it really is. And for the first time, we can give Fanua level who is forgotten, ignored. Everyone pays tax from there, and that is done there. Everyone's clustered in Suva and in the Viti level. So Viti level can be masculine, the father, and Manua level, the husband, and Manua level, the feminine energy, and that energy, their leader, their creativity, they can use Manua level to develop their system, their leadership, and impose what real feminine energy is, what and how, and Viti level and one level can have a relationship with each other, and the rest of the islands is like our children, right? So if these two islands have a relationship, a union, and focus on a system on sustaining everyone, peacefully, and the islands will benefit, and will be like a family, so the new system, right? In the new system, our islands, our mainlands, is designed to live like a family, and it's meant to look after everyone, right? And so if you look at that parable with the feeding of 5,000, right? So there were there were 5,000 people following Jesus and the disciples, right? So one little boy came to the disciples and gave 5 loaves and 2 fish. You know how kids are, want to be front line with the boys, eh? And then the disciples were hungry, of course, and went to Jesus and said, "How about we send these people away so that they can feed themselves?" But these disciples were projecting, right? They were hungry, right? And so Jesus looked at the crowd and looked at these gang and felt that they're about to eat and they'll have to go away and then look for food and stuff, right? But then Jesus realized that a small boy, had food to carry, right? So Jesus asked the disciples, "How about you feed the 5,000?" Right? And the disciples said that no, we don't have enough coins to feed this many people, and but they could not understand what Jesus really meant. Jesus said, "Whatever you have, how about you share it with them or you give it to them?" But they did not catch it. So what Jesus did, Jesus got the disciples to sit everyone. This is a basic setup, okay, to look after 5,000 people. So what Jesus did, he got the disciples to sit in green grass in hundreds, right? In hundreds or fifties, hundreds, and all around each other in green grass, right? During the setup, everyone's focused, aligned together, their consciousness aligned together on what was happening. Something different is happening. Everyone's divided into groups and they're sitting in green grass, right? So now everyone's sustainable. That's what green means. And Jesus picked up the basket and hinted that he's about to share his food with everyone. They are about to share his food with everyone, and he did so. And this created a ripple effect within the system that was created. The system is the people, right? It's a system. We not system is created to manage people into happiness of being peaceful. Okay, so that system was there, set up there for people to eat, right? To not go hungry, right? So Jesus gave the basket, and everyone did in the group, everyone took out their baskets as well, their rations, right, which they were carrying. And no one just gets out of their home and goes out without any food with their families. Okay, it was a time much like now. People were not sharing because no one was giving. That's why Jesus kept talking about, if you have to give one to that who has none, always about giving. But today's preachers talk about giving with tithes. I don't know what that means. Even tithe is for the hungry. Um, so in the groups, everyone shared the food, and if one group had less food, yeah, calculated within the people, the amount of people in equal to, then the neighbor groups, if they had more, they would share. Similarly, it'll form a formation. If you put water, it'll even itself out when it's equally shared. Right? Water is not biased; it's gonna equally share wherever it's needed. Right? So everyone shared, right? And everyone was sustainable. Similarly, but Fiji is different, right? That was a basic setup. Fiji, if we live one live in the islands, we can use similar setup, put people in sustainable areas, and then get people to share, through interacting to communities, grants and interactions, school systems, and meeting sessions and stuff. So there are a lot of things that can happen if you put people like minds together, right? So if someone's the balance is getting out, we'll have an AI system to look after the balance, and everyone will be looked after. All right. Feminine energy will be looked after in one level, masculine energy will be looked after, and we'll have relationship between each other and the growth. All right. Everyone will be focused in creativity. All right. So there will be a new Fiji with the system, because our mindsets will evolve. We will be start living with a full potential, because no more will be working on survival mode. Everyone is in survival mode right now. No, that time is long gone. We in paradise. We need to wake up and see where we are. Fiji is a paradise. And the first sunrise is in Fiji. Right, come on, that's not a coincidence, right? And as for our debt, don't worry about it, because New Zealand and Japan will join us. If you look at New Zealand, they have the same setup, and both of them are the land of the rising sun, where they're ahead of time. We see the first sunrises. Right? We have natural energy to connect. Right? So we don't need to worry about anything. So obviously, we have 12 months in 1 year. What we can do, this system is set up, we have to live like a family, right? So January, February, March, we can work on every department, every group, wherever, every so these 3 months has to account for something. Then we take the other month, the fourth month off. Everyone is like in a party mode and processing and getting together and talking about things and getting, every takes a month off, for the 3 months. So everyone will be waiting for the 3 months. Everyone will be working for that 1 month, right? And then we go to the next 3 months after whatever we've collected in this month, after whatever we have processed. And then after that 3 months, we'll go to another 1 month break, right? And then we'll have another 3 months, right? So the year will be rounded off, and our energy will be focused with purpose from both islands. And we'll have theories and interactions from New Zealand or Japan, and I believe these three countries has the potential to look after the Pacific Island nations and the rest of the world. And Fiji can be lots of potential in Fiji. Uh, the view is beautiful. Um, so December we can have off. We can have April off, and then September, August off. So Nikola Tesla said, once you understand the meaning of 3, 6, and 9, you'll understand the meaning of life. So come on, we will be working hard for something, creating a new Fiji. We need to take time off. So we'll have 3 months off in the middle of 3 months. So 3, 6, 9, and 3 months off. Trinity, Japan, Fiji, and New Zealand. And we can be a light shining beacon, and we'll be giving feminine energy in a new land in Vanuatu level, and can attract a lot of powerful women from around the nations, and we can develop something new. Fiji can lead the South Pacific. We have the potential to, something like USP. There's a council, for education system. We can have a lot of things, masculine, feminine, and tribal. Lost tribe is in Fiji. So we were here for a purpose. And New Jerusalem's not a place. It's not in Israel. It's the people. The people are here. All right, and somehow we ended up here, and I'm grateful for the white people to drastically test us. They're like fallen angels, golden hair, white skin, like I didn't understand, but everything's part of the plan. And I believe if you choose wisely, if you vote wisely, 480 or NFP, we might we start building the system together, more quicker than we anticipate. Right? Because if we win, then the Young Alliance, or me personally, will be pushing in for a new system to look after, because I don't want to live in poverty anymore. I want to have friends who are vibrating in the same frequencies, right? Frequencies of light, and everyone's happy. And if we have a system, where we have breaks for 1 month, and we interact, we travel, and we process, everyone tourists come and parties with us and takes our culture with them, the world will change. And I believe it can happen. So vote wisely. I can't wait. Thank you for listening. And if any one of you understood or understand my vibration, or want to be part of something new, something magical, have a purpose, right? So remember, the greatest miracle Jesus pulled off was sharing. So I'm sharing. I'm gonna share my time, my years with you, and Contact me if you have to. We can talk more about things, and we can interact and build a system from scratch together. If three people come in one account in union, I think that triangle, that pyramid cannot be broken. It will live through errors and errors and errors. You can't break a pyramid because that's the way it is. Thank you for your time. Can't wait for the 14th.